what can I say? It's irony. Yes, yes.
This says a lot about...
And if there's one thing I would like you to put on the air, it's my new best favorite author, and that is Elizabeth Kubler-Ross from Switzerland. She's passed on now. She's written many books. She's written on death and dying. She co-authored with a gentleman to write on grief and grieving. She's also written her biography, which is The Wheel of Life. And I cannot tell you how wonderful her words have been and what they've meant to my wife and I. And I've given copies to Randy and Karen as well. These are works by a beautiful person. She's credited with bringing the hospice movement to the United States. She is the hospice movement. We wouldn't have one without her. And her work is just amazing.
And this says a lot about, I mean, he's your proud father. This is a lot about how people love your son. I mean, he made a huge impact on people. So many people show that to him.
Yes. Yes. I have 5 children, and they are all in public service. My wife, at an early age, used to tell the kids, give something back to society. Stand up for the stand up for the weak. Protect them. Come to their aid. My oldest boy is a police officer in Omaha. Randy, my second in birth order, has been a physician's assistant for 13 years over at UNMC Oncology. How ironic. And was treated by the same people he's worked with for all those years. My daughter is director of nursing over at the Lighthouse facility for seniors. My fourth in birth order, Joel Cahill, was captain of the same company that Audie Murphy led, and the Army prizes this position very highly, and they just don't give it to anyone. My last in birth order is Jason, and he is an athletic director down in Liberty, Missouri. And I told my wife the other day, we were just talking, thinking out loud, and I said, Barbara, can you imagine the number of lives that our family has touched? And I think tonight's turnout is a testimony, certainly, to that blessing. So.
My friend was babysitting at the high school at First High School, and she said she's very rich. Everyone at the school loves them.
Oh, gosh. Absolutely. Yeah. Larry is the resource officer currently at Burke High School. I work at Gretna High School as a custodian, and I can't tell you the outpouring of love and monetary support that they have given to us. The students raised $320 in book fines. And I asked the librarian, I said, this is an amazing amount. Was everybody late with their books? She said, no. She said, we had students come in with no book fines and leave money. We had students everyone that had a book fine refused to take any change back after paying their fine. They had one girl that went out to her car to look for change in the car and bring it back in to donate to Randy. It was just amazing. I had one girl that I went over to last night. Last night, I went over to Subway close by the high school, and went in there and was greeted by one of the students that works there with a big, hello, Mr. Cahill. And I said, hi, how are you? And she related to me how sad she was that what I was going through, that she understood, that she had lost her sister. When she was 5 years old, her sister, who was then 19, passed away of brain cancer. How ironic. And she is having a time of her own, and yet found the love in her heart to express her sadness over our situation. And I just, on my way out, I thanked her, and on my way out, with my back to her, I heard her say, "God bless you, Mr. Cahill." And I turned and responded. Again, it goes back to the 1%. I can't tell you how optimistic I feel about the future working in close proximity to these young people. They are just fantastic. Okay, you got enough?
And so, lastly, if anyone doesn't know Randy, what would be like the one thing you want them to know? Think hard.
Well, I'll tell you a story. He told his mom a couple of weeks ago. His mom had the opportunity to sit one-on-one with Randy, and she came back from that session and told me that she was feeling much better now. She was pretty depressed, and that he had mentioned to her. He said, "This is going to kill me, and this is the type of disease it is." And I realized that. It's just a matter of time. But my faith in God has never wavered. And in light of that, I'm excited about the journey. That, I think, is a total picture of what he is faith-based. He is totally dedicated to his family. If he's not working at his job, he's out with his 7 children, watching them and supporting them in everything they do. He has always been there for his family, and I'm just so proud of him. So.
Yeah.
That was lovely.
Yeah.